Since 2021, I've shared with you my top favorite YouTube channels that I watch under 100K subscribers. It's my way of using my established channel to help get fellow YouTube channels introduced to you, my audience. I can't stress enough how awesome content creation is in that we don't have to compete over anyone else's followers or subscribers. Unlike trying to get people to come out to the club, to your gig, online, you can share, edify, and help your fellow creators grow. This list is not specifically DJ-centric. It's channels I watch myself of different interests. So you'll see music-related, theme park adventurers, and of course, folks in the Lightsaber community. As I did last year, I'm going to highlight the channels that crossed 100K subscribers, but this year, I'm also going to mention those who crossed 50K. But before we get started, I did want to mention that earlier this year, I started my second YouTube channel called Lightsaber Culture. Not only is there a channel on YouTube, but it's also on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook as well. Since I opened it in May this year, the channel has crossed 3,000 subscribers, which took me 8 years to achieve with the original channel, this channel. If you follow me for Saber content, definitely subscribe to Lightsaber Culture. All my Saber review videos are now on this new channel, and we're inching our way to the YouTube Partner Program. So as we get started, I want to share some of the accomplishments from some of the top channels mentioned in previous years. Congratulations to Nick Spinelli for crossing 50K subscribers. He's now at 54.9K. I made a prediction that this guy's going to beat me to silver, which is 100K. And his channel is just inching up just a little bit behind me. Great job on the podcast and for making mobile DJing topics interesting and entertaining to guys like me who aren't mobile DJs. And I think that's really cool because it opens a whole new world to new people and it makes it more fun for people to understand what the industry is about. So congrats, Nick. Next, I want to congratulate Finding the Force for crossing 100K. It's a family-friendly channel that has a lot of lightsaber reviews. He used to be a smaller channel than mine, and in the last 2 years, his channel just blew up. And Obi-Dad Kenobi is a nice guy. I talked to him on Instagram, and he chats up with me about certain lightsaber merch from Disney. He was actually the reason why I bought the training lightsaber, the Legacy Saber from Galaxy's Edge. He's the reason why I bought the training saber from the Galactic Star Cruiser, because with the Galactic Star Cruiser gone, now it's going to be a rare lightsaber. When I first found his channel last year, he was at less than 20K. He was at 15K. Now he's nearly double my size. So for anyone who's thinking about starting a YouTube channel, there's always hope if you're willing to put the work in, and Obi-Dad Kenobi definitely put the work in. Now we're going to try to go in order from the smallest channel to the biggest channel on this list, but there are these two channels I want to start off with. I'm just going to show you their content and hopefully it speaks for itself. One channel is called Real Sabers. They have 3.9K, and I'm going to show you what they're all about in this video. And the next related channel is Cole Failing, and he has 1.44K. Check out this video.
Hello there. This is my newest extendable blade lightsaber. A replica of the prop scene in Empire Strikes Back.
Pretty soon, we might see extendable lightsabers out to market. If you remember, Disney made one, but they're not selling it. It's just for Rey to use on the Galactic Star Cruiser. And they made a really big deal about it. Now people have taken the concept and they're starting to build their own. Next, another fellow geek is Pixelated Erica, and she has 1.31K. Her strongest platform actually is TikTok, but if you're just looking for bingeable shorts in fellow geekdom, especially if you're looking for merch to buy, follow Pixelated Erica. Her content is really funny. She's the reason why I discovered Heroes and Villains, which is now my favorite clothing brand. The next channel I'm going to talk about is Falcon Squadron. They have 1.49K at the time of this video. So they are a lovely couple from Florida. And if you're thinking about going on a Disney trip, they go all the time. They have annual passes. Oftentimes, like every other week, they're live streaming from Epcot, from Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studio. And their whole channel, as they say, we are a geeky couple who love exploring Disney World and all things Star Wars. They got great lightsaber reviews. They got comments on the food at Disney, which, by the way, it's always a good idea to try to prepare where you want to eat because there's so many options. And they're just overall a really awesome channel. And it's great to be able to Basically pick up on the resource when I'm planning a trip. Oh, and lightsaber companies, if you're listening to this, be sure to hit them up. They're like your best chance of seeing your products used at Disney. So check them out. Next channel at 1.7K is DJ Joey Santos. So if you've been a follower of Digital DJ Tips for a while, you might remember him as the host of some of their videos. Joey is a fellow DJ, musician, and producer from the Philippines. And he runs his own channel now, and he has a lot of great tips, including ones that span back to his digital DJ tip days. So if you want advice from a DJ who understands music as a musician, be sure to follow DJ Joey Santos. Next, at 1.73K is The Princess and Scoundrel. This is a podcast by a married couple named Sarah and Steven. And Sarah, I believe, is a travel agent, and she's helped put together several Disney trips. And they're one of the several voices that spoke positively of the Galactic Star Cruiser. Yeah, there's a lot of influencers out there that hated it. And yeah, I get it. It was really expensive. But, you know, the influencers who hated it were the ones who oddly have never been to it. While the Galactic Star Cruiser itself was the highest rated attraction for customer satisfaction at Disney ever. So there's a big difference between the influencers who never went, maybe some who were salty they didn't get invited, versus the people who went, especially the ones who paid to go. By the way, that customer satisfaction survey didn't include the invited influencers. So their podcast is awesome. And I believe them two are also the folks that are behind the Galactic Bound pages. They were the Facebook groups that help people plan their trip. The ones where I met Kane and Deb from, our roommates at the Galactic Star Cruiser, the lovely couple from Australia. So I'm really thankful for their podcast. Check them out. The next channel is Lightsaber Path, and they have 2.18K. Pretty straightforward channel, lightsaber forms, and fight choreography. All right, I don't got to say more about that. Check out the rest of their videos on their channel. All right, next is Anakin and his Angel, and she's at 2.29K. Another channel I recently found that I really love for the geeky content. In fact, one of her videos really helped me out with mine, which is her Rey lightsaber video, which is down here. Because when I did my unboxing, I did not have the Galaxy's Edge version, the Legacy version, to compare with the Force Effects Elite that I had. And her comparison was great because it answered all the questions. It means I didn't have to make another video or grab that lightsaber. I could just refer hers. But awesome content overall, cosplaying, geek topics, reaction videos. Check her out. All right, the next channel is The Race Side, and she has 4.06K subscribers. But basically, if you're just looking for lore content and discussions, check out her channel. She has really, really good takes on Star Wars media, and she does reactions and discussions with even the most recent series. I know I myself usually live in the props, but even though I don't do the discussions or this type of content myself, I love listening to it because it builds Star Wars for me. Star Wars to me isn't just about the films, the shows, or the comic books or the books. It's about the community and understanding different perspectives. I love watching videos on different perspectives on the same media because it helps me strengthen the world building in my own. So check out The Race Side. Next, we have my friend, DJ Foe. He's at 7.01K subscribers on YouTube. He is the two-time Red Bull 3-style champion of Colombia, and he's also a fellow Pioneer DJ product demonstrator. Turntablism, check. Gear demonstrations, check. MIDI software and hardware music production, check. I don't think that matched up in checks, but whatever. If you want to know a person who can be producing techno one day on a bunch of MIDI hardware and then beat juggling the next, that's DJ Foe, the 3-style title holder of Colombia. And it's not just DJ gear he covers. Check out some of the stuff that he has on his channel. He's one of the DJs I consider a mix artist. His name is DJ Foe, not DJ Pho. He's not a bowl of soup like he says. Find him on YouTube. Next, if you're a beginner DJ, be sure to check out Pro DJ Academy, which is at 9.36K. The thing I appreciate about his channel is that he teaches a lot of things on entry-level DJ gear, which makes a lot of the teachings more accessible to people starting out. It kind of reminded me of my content when my channel first started picking up. And it's really cool because he gets really budget friendly, like the best budget DJ gear of 2023. It's accessible to the new user. Instead of thinking, oh, I want to be a big DJ. Oh, I got to save some money and keep working until I have money to buy gear. His content makes you feel like, oh, I could pick this up today and I can start practicing. You know, the most important thing. So be sure to check out Pro DJ Academy, whether you're a beginner or an experienced DJ, because you pick up some good nuggets getting different perspectives from different channels. Next, we got guitarist Desiree Regoza, who's at 8.89K on her channel. She is part of a duo with her husband, and they call themselves Team Regoza. He's a really dope-ass scratcher, and while he's DJing, she sometimes shreds to the music. But as a guitarist, she made me want to quit. She's DJ'd with She's performed with Sammy Hagar, you know, the former vocalist for Van Halen. And if you want to see her play, they actually show up at DJ shows. In fact, the last time I saw them perform for a little bit was at the DJ X show in Atlantic City. Check out her cover of Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone. Super dope. That's Desiree Regoza. Next, we got the Collector's Outpost, which is at 13K. And this has been one of my favorite lightsaber-centric channels. Well, you know, it's not all lightsabers, but my favorite channel for lightsabers. His production quality is amazing. He's made me think that he's probably already an established channel somewhere else. And maybe this is just his second or third channel. And if I'm wrong, I mean that as a compliment to his production quality. So if you want some good Saber content and good production quality, check out the Collector's Outpost. His comparative videos of blade brightness actually has helped me with my buying decisions on lightsaber blades, my NeoPixel blades. Oh, and he's a talented fellow musician as well. Next, we're going to talk about Chris M, who's at 16.1K, and he is another great channel for DJing. He will figure out things in DJ software that are super, super useful that some people haven't realized yet. He's another channel that makes DJing feel accessible to the new guy, but with a great amount of nuggets for experienced folks. Next is my buddy, the DJ Lab, Steve Stone. He is at 15.9K. So I personally know Steve online, and one of the things he contributed, and I know some people picked it up on my videos, is that he figured out a way to do gated hot cues using standalone mode on CDJs by using a silent cue with the last hot cue and the slip mode. Anytime you see a video with someone teaching that technique, it started from the DJ Lab, from Steve Stone. This guy like owns every DJ gear there is. And if you want to see all of them working together, check out what he's doing. The next two channels I'm going to show together is the Custom Saber Shop, which is at 19.6K, and Rob, I hope I pronounced that right, Rob Petkow. So these lightsabers that I've been using, you know, the NeoPixels and all the custom sabers, whether it's a replica or an original lightsaber, this is a community that has been growing over time. Building it, spinning with it, doing choreography with it, as well as doing tournaments, battling with it. Now, some of the earliest content where you see with the technology, like, you know, like early uses of NeoPixel or NeoPixel type of LEDs, you can source a lot of that from Rob's older videos. And the Custom Saber Shop is where you find all these parts to build. I know a lot of companies do this now, but when you want to get to the nitty gritty of building your own lightsaber, these two channels, source ground zero. So if you're serious about sabering like I am, these are two channels to follow. Next is a band called ShadowClick. They have 24.7 subscribers. And I found them because of their lead guitarist, which is Annie. I found her on Instagram because she was shredding to electronic music. If you're into glitch music and bass music and want to know what it sounds like with heavy metal guitar playing, check out ShadowClick. It's kind of weird because I'm a big trance and melody type of person, but I also like metal. And the thing that I loved about 80s metal is that it was melodic. But I also like hard bass beats, you know? I'm going to try to show you a really quick clip of one of their songs, and if I get a copyright claim, I'm just going to delete this part of the video. But right here. Angelic voice. Guitar with a drop. Hopefully no copyright claim. So ShadowClick, check them out. This next one, I should have included this in the last 2 years, but it's the Beat Junkies channel, which has 33.7 subscribers. They are a legendary turntablist group, and they now have a school in Glendale. You got legendary turntablists like DJ Babu, DJ D Styles, Mellow D. If you want to see a channel on pure raw turntablism, this is the channel to follow. And be sure to check out their school, which is the channel called Beat Junkies Institute of Sound. I'm actually planning to visit their school soon, so watch out for that content. But basically, over the pandemic, I learned how to do flare scratches. I never used to be able to do open fader scratches except in Hamster. Babu's videos got me there. And he has videos now on the Pioneer DJ USA channel, so check those out too. It's a series called Scratch and Mix. Next channel is the Lightsaber Academy-Saber Arts. The handle name is Academia Saber Arts, which I think translates to Saber Arts Academy. They have 41.4K subscribers, and basically, they do lightsaber practices, shows, choreography, and events. And they do public demonstrations of lightsaber duels, choreographed duels. It's pretty crazy what they do. I know I talk about lightsabers a lot, but this is a worldwide phenomenon. Like, this happens in town squares in Poland. How crazy is that? Check them out. Totally awesome channel. Next channel is Brian S. Red, and he has 64.8K subscribers. Fun fact, Brian is one of the first 3 major DJ YouTubers. When I first learned about YouTube, the 3 DJs that I saw most prominently was DJ Tudor, Alaskans, Brian S. Red, and DJ Ravine. Their content would always be in circulation on my feed. Brian is the practical mobile DJ approach, and I know some DJs who might be a little older or have been established for a long time. They're not looking for the tricky stuff that I do on my channel. Brian really serves a specific demographic of working DJs, working mobile DJs mostly, and he's definitely a perspective to check out because he is one of the OG DJ YouTubers. One of the most useful things that I learned on his channel is how to clean my classic turntables dust cover. It's the same stuff you use to clean your headlights, and I got mine back to decently clear. It was scratched up and foggy over time, but got it to the point where I can see the turntable underneath it again. So check out Brian S. Red. Next is DJ Bar, and he's at 82,000 subscribers. DJ Bar's channel covers a lot of lighting, production, things you would do at a private event. But the thing that helped me out with his channel is that I sort of kind of learned about DMX lighting and how the concept works. DMX has always been my kryptonite, and he broke it down in an easy to follow way. And the last channel I'm going to mention is called Pillar of Garbage, and he's at 90.8K. The one video that got me to follow his channel was this one called No, Star Wars Isn't Creatively Bankrupt. There is an entire thriving industry on hating Star Wars, being a Star Wars fan and hating on Disney and Kathleen Kennedy. And while some of the criticisms might be deserved, now I feel like it just snowballed into this thing where if you want to blow up as a channel, just say some negative stuff about Kathleen Kennedy and how Disney has an agenda. Let's be real, Disney's only agenda is to make some money. Don't want to get into it, but the thing I like about this video that he did, Star Wars Isn't Creatively Bankrupt, because it highlights all the times new Star Wars actually did something right and did something that went over the heads of most of the haters. Remember, ever since Return of the Jedi, every sequel or prequel to Star Wars was always highly criticized. I always try to separate the corporations from the creatives. I always look at it as the suits collect the checks and sign the checks, but the creatives make the magic. And his video really points out those little details that people take for granted. I have not watched any of his other content yet, but that one video is what got me. Check him out. Pillar of Garbage, 90.8K. So yeah, check out all these channels in the coming year, and I hope to see a lot of them grow. And I hope all of you have an awesome new year, 2024, and the Force be with you always.